my name is Carla Valenzuela. I am the brand ambassador for ElTesoro Tequila. ElTesoro is a super traditional tequila brand. It's handcrafted in the highlands of Jalisco in a distillery called La Alteña that was founded in 1937. We only use agaves coming from this area, and they take between 7 and 8 years to reach maturity. Then we cook them very slowly for up to 3 days in brick ovens, the most traditional way. And then we use a Tahona wheel for 100% of extraction. Tahona, it's a big volcanic stone wheel that helps us to crush and grind all the cooked agave to release the juices, to release not only the sugar content, but also minerality, the herbaceous aspect of the plant, a lot of floral and fruity notes to give another layer of complexity to your product. Very few brands out there, I actually can count them with my hands, are using this process for 100% of extraction. So that's why we're very, very proud of it. Then once we have the aguamiel or the honey water coming from the cooked agave, then we're gonna go to the fermentation that is very natural, and then we're gonna go to the distillation. We double distill in copper, so we bring a very pure expression of agave to your bottle, and also we don't dilute with water, so it's 100% an agave distillate what you get in the bottle. So that is what ElTesoro does in a nutshell. Now what happens? Well, Liquor Barn handpicked a couple of barrels from La Alteña distillery to bring to you a beautiful expression of a reposado. This reposado has been aged for 9 months in ex-bourbon barrels, and it's a beautiful combination of both worlds. Normally, the Blanco tequilas will give you a lot of minerality, a lot of fruity and floral aromas, and it has a lot of flavors of agave, of cooked agave. And then the añejos tequilas, or the reposados and the añejos in general, will give you a little bit of that baking spices, cinnamon, caramel, maple syrups. I think they did an amazing job with their selections, because in that reposado, in those single barrels that they selected, they really blend together both worlds. You get all the freshness of the cooked agave that normally you find in blancos, but you also get a little bit of that baking spices, cinnamon, maple syrup that makes it so aromatic and delicious. And even though I think that they're amazing to drink on its own, neat, maybe on the rocks, maybe with a little bit of soda water or lime, I have to say that in a cocktail, they really shine through and elevate your cocktail to another level. So today, I'm gonna teach you how to make 2 very simple cocktails that I'm sure that you will make all year long. So I'm going to teach you how to make 2 cocktails. Both cocktails are gonna be using ElTesoro single barrel from Liquor Barn. Normally you could make these cocktails with a Blanco tequila, but this product is so amazing that I feel it just brings another layer of complexity to your cocktail, and you're not gonna regret using this product for these cocktails. The number 1 cocktail that we're going to make is a Tommy's Margarita. This cocktail was invented by Julio Bermejo in the iconic Tommy's restaurant in San Francisco, and at this point, honestly, it's like a modern classic. Everyone loves it. It really makes the agave or the tequila shines through the cup or the glass without adding like that extra licorice flavor that sometimes when you put a little bit too much of a triple sec, you can find in other margaritas. So 3 ingredients for the first one, 4 ingredients for the second cocktail. So we are going to build our first cocktail. For that, I'm gonna take a rock glass and I'm gonna rub a little bit of the lime in here, and I'm gonna put salt. That way you actually have salt on the rim of your glass. Sometimes I like to do just half of a glass, so I have the option to drink it with salt or without. Then we're gonna take our shaker, our jigger. First thing that we're going to add is half part of agave syrup. We add that in there, perfect. And then 1 part of fresh squeezed lime juice, 1 part. Then we're going to add our single barrel from Liquor Barn, and we're going to add 2 parts of tequila. So 2 parts of tequila, 1 part of lime, half of agave. If you like sweet cocktails, you can definitely add up a little bit on the agave and put something extra, maybe 3/4. Then I'm gonna add some ice, of course. There you go. We're going to add top part of the shaker, and we're gonna shake our glass. And there you go. Tommy's Margarita, very simple, very easy. 3 ingredients, and that's it. So now we're going to build the second cocktail, the spicy margarita. So instead of using regular sea salt, I'm going to use tajin. Tajin is an amazing spice. It's present in every single Mexican household. People put it in fruits, people put it in food as well. With watermelon, it's amazing, also with mango. So I did exactly the same thing as before. I took the raw glass, I rub it against the lime, and then I put it here in my tajin. So I'm gonna rim my glass with tajin. Look how beautiful that looks. Then once this is ready, I'm going to start building my cocktail. And for that, I'm going to use a couple of pieces of jalapeno. If you like it more spicy, I will use more than 2 or 3. And I put it in there. I'm gonna use this model just a couple of times, because also with the shake, you're gonna take some spiciness. It has to look something like that. And then I'm going to add the agave syrup. We're going to use half part of agave syrup, the same measurement as the Tommy Margarita. 1 part of fresh squeezed lime juice. Then we're going to use, of course, the single barrel from Liquor Barn. And we are going to use 2 parts of the tequila for this awesome cocktail. Then we're going to add some ice, of course. Then I don't like to put a lot of, or have a lot of the pepper in my cocktail, so I'm going to put some ice in here. Put everything in my shaker. And then I'm going to use a strainer because I don't want a lot of the pulp or a lot of the pepper in my cocktail. And then I'm going to use another thin strainer to get rid of all the different particles of pepper. And here you go. That's looking beautiful, bright, but definitely not without pieces of jalapeno. And then I'm gonna garnish with a little piece of jalapeno, and that's good to go. Spicy margarita. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for supporting traditional tequila, for supporting ElTesoro, for supporting Liquor Barn. I highly suggest you to go and pick up your single barrel, because once it's gone, and it's an amazing representation of what true Highland tequila should taste like. And also, I hope you enjoy the cocktails. Cheers. Have a wonderful season.